MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
A serious animal abuse case is uncovered in Beaverhead County. Coming up are the details of the horrendous conditions where 47 animals were rescued while the carcasses of many more were found. What the scene looks like is just ahead.
After some courtroom drama, a jury is finally seated in Trump's historic hush money trial. I'm Jared Hill with what still needs to happen before opening statements can begin.
And after emotional testimony and determination, a ramp will soon be built in front of a Granite Street business. John Amy has the story at 6:04. Alrighty, it is 6:01 on this Friday morning. Jane McDonald and Matt Elwell with you. A little bit of a breeze on the MSU campus whipping through, but it's a Friday, so you'll see no complaining from me on that front.
No, the temperatures are pretty chilly across the area, none chillier than what we're seeing in West Yellowstone this morning. Of course, today going to be the opening day for the summer season. It's always an exciting time for these gateway communities. Start to get people rolling through. We're going to hear from our own John Shear coming up. Looking at our temperatures this morning, 15 in West, 28 in Belgrade, 24 in Butte. We do have some high clouds in place as we're starting the morning, but that's not something that's going to bring us a lot of hope for moisture. In fact, you look outside, these are mainly high clouds. Oop, camera just changed. Now look at Keahee Avenue. Looks like our temperatures today should be around the 40-degree mark. It's going to be cool sunshine for most of the day today. We do have warmer temperatures on the way, though. I'll, of course, outline that through the weekend and the middle part of next week coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much. And just like Matt said, today is a big day for Yellowstone National Park, and that's because it's opening day for the 2024 summer season. Our John Shear is in West Yellowstone. He's been live all morning long, waiting for those gates to swing open in just a few hours. And joins us now from that chilly scene. How are you doing this morning, John?
Well, good morning, Jane and Matt. And as Matt just said a few minutes ago, about 15 degrees down here this morning. So pretty crispy, pretty chilly. But we're starting to see a little blue over here to the east. Of course, I'm at the west gate, so I'm facing west, and east is behind me, so we can see the sun coming up and a few scattered clouds. But Matt says things should clear out later in the day. That would be good because it certainly is chilly, and if it's not too different from yesterday, then it could be a sign that you need to bring maybe hat and gloves and a warm coat with you if you're coming into the park today. Now, when you enter the park, you'll be able to go from here all the way down to Old Faithful and the geyser basins in that area. Those are popular places. Also up to Norris, over to Canyon. You won't be able to go south of Canyon, though. Get into the south end of the park or use the east entrance. But if you're coming in from Mammoth, you will be able to travel down from Mammoth to Norris and then into the middle parts of the park that way. We'll show you a map explaining all of that coming up in another half hour or so. And just remember that springtime can be a great time to watch animals in the park, especially bears are out at this time of year. We'll bring you some news about bears coming up in the next half hour as well. But just remember to keep your distance and to stay safe when you're out enjoying the animals and enjoying the park at this time of year. Jane?
All right, all great things to keep in mind. Thank you very much, John. Now you get in the car and stay warm. We'll be talking to you all morning long. Now in some other headlines, new information about a disturbing case of animal abuse near Dillon that we first reported Wednesday night. The two people arrested at a property on Kristen Lane appeared in Beaverhead County Justice Court earlier on Thursday. Robert and Constance Riley are charged with felony aggravated animal cruelty. According to court documents, deputies found a horrible scene of rotting animal corpses and animals living in several feet of feces. According to the sheriff, the animals that were still living did not have access to fresh water and were being fed trash and bread wrapped in plastic. 47 animals, including geese, alpacas, pigs, and horses, were seized from the property.
Deputy Fields went up there and went to the property and says, "Hey, we're missing these goats." And the lady that was just in court said, "Yeah, come on the property, you can look." And then that's when we seen the conditions of the animals, the condition of the property. It was just the worst I've ever seen, and I've been doing this for almost 30 years. So
Additional charges may be added before the case heads to district court. Our Megan Thompson was in Dillon yesterday, and she'll have the whole story tonight at 5:30, including a look at those rescued animals. Now, it was a long, hard fight for a Butte businesswoman to get permission from the city to build an access ramp to the front of her business. But that fight is finally over, and she came out on top. MTN's John Amy has the story from Butte.
Hello, I'm John Amy in Butte. And it was a long, hard fight for a Butte businesswoman to get permission from the city to build an access ramp to the front of her business. But that fight is finally over, and she came out on top.
It took a tenacious Butte girl who had the can-do attitude of like, I'm not going to give up, I'm not going to go away, to get it done.
Decker had been trying to get an ADA access ramp to her business, Top Deck Medical Aesthetics and Wellness on Granite Street, since June of 2023. However, her requests were denied. She went to the April 17th Council of Commissioners meeting along with dozens of supporters, many with disabilities. Some commissioners were moved by what they heard.
Your testimony showed strength and grace, and they showed me how easy it is to take so many things in life for granted.
Sporting t-shirts with "The future is accessible" written on them, supporters of Decker implored the council to approve her ramp.
If there was a ramp, I could get into Jamie's building and get the medical care I need locally, which means more money for the city. It's not that complicated. Put in a damn ramp.
She works hard day in and day out. Jamie needs the ramp for her business. Thank you.
Some with disabilities said they felt left out due to lack of accessibility.
I heard many of you say that you were invisible, but I want you to know that I see you.
In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Now on the national scene, today marks day 4 of former President Donald Trump's Manhattan trial. The court will resume with trying to pick 5 more jury alternates after selecting 12 jurors and 1 alternate yesterday. The judge says opening statements could begin as soon as Monday. Trump has pleaded not guilty to the charges of falsifying business records to hide an alleged affair ahead of the 2016 election. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest from New York.
A jury of 7 men and 5 women has been chosen to decide the fate of former President Donald Trump in his Manhattan criminal trial, though not without a little courtroom drama. Judge Juan Merchan excused one previously seated juror, a nurse, who said she could no longer be impartial, adding, quote, "Aspects of my identity have already been out there in public." The judge also dismissed juror number 4 after it emerged that someone with the same name was once arrested for allegedly ripping down conservative political posters, according to prosecutors.
You don't want to go through 6 weeks and all the expense of this and then have a problem with a juror that can cause a mistrial.
The judge has now ordered members of the press not to report on the physical appearance of the jurors.
The whole world is watching this New York scam.
Outside of the courtroom Thursday, Trump showed off a stack of favorable news headlines while railing against the judge, the Manhattan DA, and the proceedings.
It's a shame. And I'm sitting here for days now, from morning till night, in that freezing room, freezing.
Prosecutors claim Trump has violated the judge's gag order more than 7 times, pointing to his social media posts. The judge will hear arguments on that next week. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
And former President Trump is back in the courtroom today as required, while the court attempts to seat 5 final alternates for the jury. Tomorrow, Trump will be back on the campaign trail with a rally planned in North Carolina. And new numbers out today show consumers aren't changing their feelings much about the economy, that compared to last month. The University of Michigan surveys of consumers measurement came out today, and one of those measurements, consumer sentiment, came in at 77.9. Now that measurement is down 1.9% from last month. The university considers that a small change, is saying that it shows that consumers perceived few meaningful changes in the economy. One place overall consumers have been watching, apart from this new data, is with the cost of certain products so many families buy. National correspondent Thomas Hoppe breaks down what's happening in the market right now.
Inflation can be felt everywhere. The March Consumer Price Index report, with a 3.5% price overall increase, is due to housing, gas, and car insurance. But there's another area where people can feel inflation, and that's at the grocery store.
I went grocery shopping this morning before you got here.
How much was it?
$150. And I got meals for probably a week.
When it comes to prices, many are finding the cost of groceries hard to swallow.
That puts my monthly grocery budget at like $500 or $600. That's a lot of money.
And a coupler might feel it more sharply than most. She's not only cooking for her family, but working as a private chef as well.
Like I can make one chicken into 4 or 5 different meals, but the other thing that comes with that is I have the luxury of time on that most people don't have, because a lot of this is my job.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics said this week overall, food prices were flat between February and March, giving consumers some relief. Year over year, the Fed reported that groceries were up by 1.2%. But an analysis by the St. Louis Fed shows food at home costs are up nearly 25% since the pandemic shutdown in March of 2020.
Of course, there are goods which have increased as much as 10%.
Dr. Kishore Kulkarni, an economist with Metro State University of Denver, says factors over recent years like drought, avian flu, labor costs, and the lowest cattle numbers in decades have led to increased food prices.
We have to pay higher wages for people, so even the California fruits and vegetables are getting more expensive. So those are the reasons why specific item will have much higher or sometimes even lower increase in price than the general price level.
Savvy shoppers know food prices are extremely volatile. Take eggs. Between February and March, the CPI report said the price rose 4.6%, but year to year, they're down nearly 7%. Fruits and vegetables jumped 2% annually, whole chickens up 3%, and ground beef is 6.2% more expensive. And for food away from home, the bill is 4.2% more over the last year, which Couples says it's tough on the restaurant industry too.
People already, there are certain levels of restaurants where things are already out of most people's price ranges, that the second that they start to go up beyond that, you're cutting out 75% of your client base.
Thomas Hoppo, Scripps News, Denver.
Alrighty, 6:13 now. Before we head into a break, I saw this and I knew I needed to share it. Now, the Treasure State, I think we're known for many things, one of which some of the fantastic fossil finds that we have found here. But this fossil actually found over in Britain by a girl and her father on the beach in Somerset, England. This is what people are thinking is a jawbone fossil of a gigantic marine reptile.
Get out of here.
Dating back probably 202 million years, maybe give or take a couple years.
That is awesome. This is what they're thinking that it's from?
Well, and
I don't even know what it is.
Exactly. Look at the size compared to the birds, the other dinosaurs there. It's absolutely gigantic. So father and daughter found it on a beach.
What a find, right?
And it looks so similar to so many other rocks,
yeah,
right?
How many more are out there?
Exactly my thought. So pretty interesting thing. Always, you got to keep a lookout, especially right here in the Treasure State. You never know when you might stumble across something. Now, we're going to take a short break here on Montana This Morning. It is 6:14, but when we come back, it's hard to believe, but this weekend marks 25 years since the Columbine High School shooting in Colorado. A lot has changed when it comes to school safety since then, but a lot has not, and questions remain about how often school shooting drills should be conducted. We're going to explore what the future may hold.